Hello, English learners. Welcome back to the English Insight Podcast, your cozy little place to learn real English through real everyday conversations, one step at a time. I'm Sarah, and I am really happy that you're spending a little part of your day with us.
And I'm Daniel. And honestly, thank you for being here. Whether you're listening while you're walking, cleaning your room, drinking coffee, or taking a break from work, we are so glad you're with us.
You know, Daniel, something funny happened this morning. I looked at the clock and suddenly realized that I had spent 20 minutes searching for my headphones. And guess where they were?
Oh no, don't tell me.
They were around my neck the whole time.
Sarah, please tell me I'm not the only person who does things like that.
No, you're definitely not alone. And that little moment actually made me think about today's topic.
Really? So, Sarah, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about something that almost everyone struggles with. How to manage your time wisely. Not how to become super busy, not how to work every second of the day, and definitely not how to turn yourself into a robot.
Thank goodness. Because if the secret is waking up at 4 in the morning and running 10 miles before breakfast, I think I'm in trouble.
Me too. No, today's conversation is much more realistic. We're talking about simple habits, everyday choices, and small changes that can help us use our time better.
And if you're learning English, this episode will help you in more than one way. You'll hear natural English for talking about schedules, habits, daily routines, and productivity.
And don't worry if you don't understand every single word. Relax, listen, follow the conversation, and just enjoy being here with us.
And later in the episode, we're going to talk about one small habit that wastes more time than most people realize. So stay with us.
And before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the English Insight Podcast, share it with a friend, and leave a comment below.
Okay, Sarah, let me ask you something. When was the first time you realized that you needed to manage your time better?
Honestly, it happened a few years ago. I remember sitting at my desk late at night. I was tired, I was stressed, and somehow I had spent a whole day being busy, but I hadn't finished the things that really mattered.
That's interesting. Busy, but not productive. I think a lot of people know that feeling.
Exactly. And I used to think the problem was that I needed more time. But the truth was, I needed better habits.
That's such an important difference. Because we all have 24 hours. Nobody gets 26. Nobody gets 30. Which is impossible anyway. I once tried answering emails, drinking coffee, reading messages, and listening to a podcast at the same time.
And how did that go?
Terribly. I almost replied to an email with podcast subtitles. That would have been embarrassing.
Okay, I have definitely done things like that. But I think many listeners can relate. Sometimes we try to do too much at once, and in the end, everything takes longer.
So let me ask you something. Do you think managing time is really about time? Or is it more about attention?
That is a really interesting question. Honestly, Daniel, I think it is more about attention. Because sometimes we say, I don't have enough time, but if we are honest, we often lose our attention before we lose our time.
That is true. And I think our phones know exactly how to steal our attention. 1 minute you're checking the weather, and 30 minutes later you're watching videos about penguins.
Oh, that happens to me too. And the funny thing is, afterward we ask ourselves, wait, where did my time go?
Exactly. And I used to blame myself for that. I thought I was lazy. I thought I had no discipline. But then I realized something. Being distracted does not mean you're a bad person. It means you're human.
Yes, and I think many people need to hear that. Because people are often too hard on themselves. They think successful people never waste time, but that's not true. Everyone wastes time sometimes. The difference is that successful people don't give up after one bad day.
I love that. Because one bad day is not a bad life. And one lazy afternoon does not destroy your future. You can always start again.
Exactly. And something else helped me a lot. I stopped trying to have perfect days, because perfect days don't exist. Some days are amazing, some days are messy, and that's okay.
I really like that. Sometimes we wait for the perfect mood, the perfect Monday, the perfect moment. But life doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't. Sometimes the perfect moment is simply the moment you decide to begin.
Wow. I think that sentence deserves to be written on a wall.
Maybe not a wall, but perhaps a notebook?
Fair enough. So, Sarah, let me ask you something else. What small habit has helped you the most?
Honestly, planning tomorrow before going to bed. Nothing complicated, just a few minutes. I simply ask myself, what are the most important things for tomorrow? And when I wake up, I don't feel lost.
That sounds so simple, but I can see why it works. Because when we don't have a plan, we spend energy making decisions all day.
Exactly. And our energy is limited. That's why small decisions matter.
Do you know something funny? I used to make a huge to-do list. 20 things, 30 things, and then I would finish 3 things and feel disappointed.
Daniel, that sounds familiar.
Now I keep my list shorter, and honestly, I feel much better.
Because progress feels good. And when we feel good, we want to continue.
Which brings us to something important. Managing time is not about controlling every second. It's about protecting the things that matter. Protecting your goals, protecting your peace, and protecting your energy.
Yes, because life is not a race. You don't have to be busy every minute to be valuable. Rest is important too. Quiet moments are important too.
I'm glad you said that. Because sometimes people feel guilty when they rest. But resting is not wasting time. Rest helps us continue.
Absolutely. And if you're listening right now and feeling overwhelmed, remember this. You don't have to change your whole life tonight. Start with one small habit, one small improvement, one small promise to yourself, and keep going.
Little by little, day by day. Because big changes often begin with very small steps.
And we hope today's conversation has given you some ideas and some encouragement.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us. We always love having you here.
Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the English Insight podcast, share it with someone who needs a little encouragement, and leave us a comment. Tell us one habit that helps you manage your time better.
Take care of yourself. Keep learning. Keep growing. And remember, you don't need more hours. Sometimes you just need more attention.
And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, English learners.
Bye, everyone.